welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Shagdog. We're doing the illustrious Peroni, your Olive Garden's classic beer. But basically, it's not brewed by Olive Garden. It's brewed by Barrera Peroni Industrials SPA in Rome, Italy. It's a European pale lager, 5.1% ABV. The notes on Beer Advocate say, Beer Advocate also gives it a 66, which is poor, but Peroni Nastro Azzurro, which the Nastro Azzurro means nostalgic blue. It's in a green bottle, is it 5.1% alcohol by volume, subject to slight variations in different parts of the world. The beer was crafted with typical Italian care and designed with Mediterranean palate in mind. Roberto is the third generation from the Cavalli family to be master brewer for Barrera Peroni, ensuring the high quality and standards of the beer. Italian passion, attention to detail, and craftsmanship are the ingredients that now and forever will ensure the superior and authentic Italian taste of Peroni Nastro Azzurro. So there's the bottle. First time I ever had this, and the only place I ever had this was Olive Garden. Of course, me and Jammer probably reviewed this like 2 times, maybe 3. Basically, your typical European lager. It's in a green bottle. I'm hoping it's not skunky because it's been sitting in this grocery store. I can't get a grip on this bottle. This crappy bottle opener. There we go. Oh, no, didn't get it. Let's try it over on the side. There we go. I'm using a can opener, bottle opener part of it. There, I can smell the skunk already. We'll try to give it a good pour. All right, got a lot of head on that one. Not the greatest pour, but that's okay. Smell the skunk. I don't know if that's basically good in Europe, according to them, because every Peroni I've had, skunky. Just about. Now, of course, they say skunkiness comes from the hop spoiling. The hop spoil either due to warm, cold, temperatures, also ultraviolet rays, and the green bottles are next to worst to the clear bottles. Brown bottles are the best. This would probably be a most excellent beer if they put it in a brown bottle, I think. As Jay Therio would say, most excellent. But your typical Euro lager, the skunky, flora hop skunky. I mean, it's not super skunky, but as soon as I open it up, I can smell it. So nice head on that, though, surprisingly. That head, it's nice foamy on top, too, a little bit. So I wish I could grab my camera and show you, but I don't want to screw the camera up. So, but definitely a golden, pretty much a golden, maybe an off gold. I'm not sure what an off gold would be. Maybe a slight amber in there, maybe a very hint of an amber with the gold. Golden amber, waves of grain in Italy, right? Let's get that bottle up there. There's a label for you label pervs. And what's really weird is Beer Advocate shows the label where the Peroni is small. Matter of fact, I don't even see the Peroni. It just says Nastro Azzurro. Peroni is very small at the bottom. On this one, it says Italiana. But right there on the one on Beer Advocate shows Peroni. Up here, it would show premium. Anyhow. All right. All right, so a little bit of skunk, not real bad off the as much, well, a little bit underneath. Yeah, I'm probably trying to get through that head there, but there is a little bit of skunkiness. But I'm hoping it's not overwhelmingly skunky. I'm hoping it's nice floral hops, I guess you're going to get a skunk with most European adjunct lagers. So to me, it's skunky. Jammer thinks it's, oh, that's just floral hop aroma. No, I've had some Euro lagers and Pilsners that have that floral hoppiness, but doesn't have that skunk occasionally. Occasionally. But a lot of them have that skunk, and I think it's because they're in green bottles, getting a lot of light, being exposed to the heat and cold back and forth. That's what I think. Let's drink it. Cheers. It's not super skunky. There's a little bit of skunk in there. It does have a little bit. It does have a floral hoppiness. It does have maybe a little bit of earthiness in there, actually. And I'm also picking up, even though it's a Euro lager, maybe they have, I don't know what type of malts they use in this, but I'm picking up a little caramel flavor, very light, super duper light caramel or caramel. But maybe they use some Munich malts in there or something. I don't know. It's very, very light on it, but I am picking it up a little bit. It's actually not really bad. It's not super skunky. There is a very, very light skunkiness to it, but I've had worse with the skunkiness. It's actually not too bad. I like this. Maybe I've had some bad batches. You have the floral hops, a little bit of earthiness in there, and I don't know if anybody's. Maybe it's just me. It's like a little bit of a caramel in there. It's very, very light, but it's in there. This ain't too bad of a European lager, actually. Of all the European lagers me and Jemmer have done, which I might say maybe about the 40 to 50 type range. I wish we had a list. We should have kept track of that, actually. That would have been fun to do. Anyhow, this is probably one of the best Euro lagers I've had, actually. Now, I don't know if they use adjunct in these. Of course, they're probably not going to say if they do or not. I can't really pick up any corn or anything like that. Of course, that caramel type taste I'm picking up, maybe it is some sort of adjunct. But I think it's very drinkable for a Euro Pale lager. Euro Pale lagers are not my best type of lagers, you know. But it's not bad. Now, would I be able to drink a bunch of these? I'm not very big in that Euro Pale lager taste. The floral hop, almost like a Pilsner, but kind of a lager at the same time, or Euro or Pale lager or adjunct lager or whatever. Yeah, I mean, just that skunk, a little bit of. I mean, this one isn't too bad on skunkiness. It's a little skunky, but not real bad. I just hate the skunkiness. And it's not bad, though. Don't get me wrong. Jammer has had some really bad beers, Euro lager, and I said, oh, that's skunky. That's not skunky, that's floral. But to me, the skunkiness, and from what I read, skunkiness, when you get that, is the hop spoiling. So if it's written down somewhere, it's got to be true, right? This isn't bad, though. I think I could sit at an Italian bar and probably drink a couple of these. Now, I prefer something like that Bush I had earlier, a lot lighter, a lot easier to drink, where I could drink like 4 or 5 or 6 to 10. This, I might only be able to drink 3 or 4. I feel like I'm too full, or that skunkiness is starting to get to me. But it's not bad at all. This is probably I've had Peroni a few times. This is probably the best Peroni I've had, actually. So I don't know if it's fresher than the other ones. I'm not getting as much skunkiness. So who knows, right? Not bad though. There was another Italian beer we did one time. I didn't like it too much because it was I can't remember what kind of beer style it was, but I didn't like it. It was too sweet. It was a dark, sweet beer. I forget what that kind of beer it was. So was it a Dunkelweizen? I don't even know if it was a Dunkelweizen or something else, but yeah, I didn't like it. Was it Barra Morita, or something like that? Not bad. I think Jam would enjoy this one. He likes Euro lagers. He likes Pilsners, Czech Pilsners, German Pilsners, Polish Pilsners, probably Austrian Pilsners. They're all in the same area, right? I tell you, you just can't find a good beer nowadays, Good times, though. Beer is pretty good. I mean, as long as you drink moderately. Designated driver, of course, or take an Uber if you can find an Uber. I used to be able to find an Uber all the time, but during COVID, my town I lived in Florida at the time started finding hard to find an Uber. I walked home one night 3 miles drunk from a bar. It was horrible, but I made it home. So I probably could have asked somebody there for a ride, but I left like an hour before they closed, and those people that I knew would like to stay there to close. So it's not like I was real good friends with any of them. Mostly acquaintances, DJ, hung around with the DJ a little bit, the DJ booth, stuff like that. Because I was a rock star. Speaking of rock stars, who's your favorite rock band? Comment. My favorite rock bands. Well, I was more of an 80s hair band, what they call hair band. Back in the 80s, we didn't call them hair bands. They called them like glam rock or candy apple metal or weird stuff like that, but never called them hair bands. But I can understand why they call them hair bands later on. But yeah, my favorite was Rats, R-A-T-T. I also like Poison. I did like Bon Jovi, believe it or not. I was more of Bon Jovi's like filler songs. I like the filler songs more than I like the hits, actually. Especially on Slippery and Wet, 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit, and even New Jersey. And I kind of like even, what the hell, Keep the Faith album. That was pretty, I wasn't good as those two, but it was all right. I had some good songs on it. But Slippery and Wet was probably their best. New Jersey. Actually, I like New Jersey probably a lot of the songs. Anyhow, I didn't rate this beer, did I? I don't think I did. For a Euro lager, Peroni, I'm gonna give it a C, almost a B minus, but a C plus and a swallow. C plus and a swallow. That's about as high as I go. It's all right. I'd probably drink it again if I was offered it. C plus and a swallow. Let's down that beer. Anyhow, yeah, that's the beer, and I'm sticking with it. We went too far again. That's how Shagdog does it, especially when doing solo videos. And tired. So, I don't know what the fuck that noise is. A truck outside or something? Holy fuck. Fuck's that? Yeah, it's like a armored car out there. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry for the long video. Thanks for subscribing, comment. Please keep the comments coming. We got a lot of them, like 1 or 2 a video. I want to raise those comments to like 4 or 5 at least. And thanks to everybody that's made the Spit or Swallow beer review happen all these years. Yeah, some of them aren't around anymore, or we don't want to even see them, or they don't want to see us, but that's okay. But I'm going to name them all off. Something silver out there shining. Anyhow, I'm trying to think of one of our first guests, which I would have to say would be White Chocolate and Pussycat. I think they're our first guests. Shout out to you. Haas. Wait, before Haas, Hot Lips and Cow. And then, what the fuck? Why is this tank growing down my road? Haas, Jose, Diddy, of course, Tank, Rest Your Soul Brother. Who else do we have on there? We did have Chaz one time, but I was on the old channel. He got deleted too. Tank actually got deleted too. He's on the old channel. Everybody else actually got deleted. Yeah. I think Jose might be deleted too, unless he's on a couple of the first videos we've done on this channel. But anyhow, great times, great people. Yeah, so keep it real, y'all. Spit or Swallow beer review. God, I suck. That's why you don't do beer reviews when you're tired drinking beer and stuff. I will see you on the next one. I might be back in a week or 2. Maybe. Maybe Jammer get back from his trip. We finish some of these beers we got. Goes on his trip on February 20th, I believe. So hopefully he'll be back March. We can finish these beers. I will see you on the next one. Shagdog, Spit or Swallow beer. Keep it real and subscribe, comment, like. You know the deal.